Good evening, guys. It's Darren from Juice Media.
This is Darren.
This is Darren.
Yes, I'm
this
here
is Darren.
with 3/5 of the Sons of Liberty.
Hello.
We'll go right to left. They can introduce
Don't say
themselves.
that. I don't.
And then we'll go.
That's
I know.
responsibility.
I know.
Stage right or stage left?
I don't know. Stage right or
You want
left?
to go
Stage
first?
right.
Stage right.
Okay, Mark, bass player.
Fred, one of the two guitarists.
And Rob, vocalist.
Good evening, guys. Thank you for taking the time. Coming to dreary, cold, snow-ridden Scotland.
Oh, it's
But
lovely.
Love it.
thank you for coming up and playing tonight. I'm so looking forward to it. Now, the last time we chatted, we were in Winterstorm,
Yes, we were.
that classy little, fantastic little festival.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What did you think about it? I mean,
Loved it.
for
Absolutely
me,
loved it.
sorry guys, for me, when I came into the hall, it was absolutely chock-a-block because people, I think the good thing about Winterstorm, it brings in a lot of new talent, bands that a lot of people haven't seen before, not heard before, or have listened to one track and then all of a sudden you guys appear or a band appears and they go, wow, I remember listening to them, so how did it feel stepping on stage and getting that kind of reception?
It was great. And it was a long time coming because obviously, with everything, we were hoping to play there a couple of years before, I think. And we really wanted to play it. We know bands that have played there and we know the reputation and the friendliness in the organisation is second to none. So it's a fantastic festival. The lineup was absolutely stunning. We're big music fans as well, so we enjoy all that. And we were so well looked after, and the reaction in the room was it's all we could hope for, really.
Yeah.
'Cause you never know, because obviously there's the bigger bands on downstairs, and we were on last, weren't we?
Yeah.
The slightly smaller stage. But luckily, we managed. We got a few friends, haven't we?
I think we had a few friends that night.
And
Yeah.
I think you made some more.
Well, we
I think
did.
you did.
Yeah, I think we did. We were a bit worried because when we were setting the equipment up, there was no one in the room at all. We thought, the line just doesn't look too good. This, and of course, Glorious, I think, were on the main stage, weren't they, at the time?
Yeah.
And they're a great band.
Not as good as you guys, though.
Well-
let's be honest about it. I mean,
Well, you can say that, Darren. We can't say that. So.
No, we're not allowed to say that. But we're different.
I'm probably going to get struck off tomorrow. It doesn't matter.
I think
No,
the times when we went on, I think we knocked about 20 minutes out of their set, so everyone came from them over to us.
Well, we had a problem, didn't we? Because my mic was going into their
Don't tell them that.
system.
They don't know that.
Don't they?
No. Shh.
But it doesn't matter. This is the show where you reveal all your secrets
it was-
and people go.
it was Mark's
they
wireless.
carried on.
It wasn't your mic. It was Mark's wireless on the wrong setting.
Oh, right, okay.
Was it?
So
Yes.
Mark, it's your fault. But it doesn't matter. So it's went from Rob to you. So it's
No,
okay.
I'll play on that. I'll play on that next time.
It wasn't your fault, was it?
No, of course not. No.
Anyway, it was. I think they adjusted the
Yeah, they did
a little
eventually,
bit,
yeah,
so
yeah.
that was less of a clash.
Yeah.
So we waited till they finished, basically, and.
So it was a great night.
Fantastic.
Absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
Do you know
Absolutely
what? I think that
And
that's
to
the
meet
thing.
Chris Glenn.
Ah,
We're backstage in the area,
Yeah.
and Chris is hanging around, and he's just strikes up a conversation, and it was like, oh my god, legend.
Yeah, the man, he's a very good friend of mine, Chris. He's a very good friend.
He's
He's
a
really
wonderful
good-
man.
Yes,
Yeah,
has so many wonderful stories. He's got lots of time
Yeah,
to spend with people.
Yeah.
I think that there's also a bit of, a mega star or a rock star or a star from yesteryear, and I think a lot of them are now making a comeback. And I think the bands are now reforming and things like this. And Chris used to be very fortunate to play with a lot of top quality musicians. He's now got a little band on his own called The Outfit.
Yeah.
And I've been lucky enough to review a couple of their tracks, and apparently I've got a stonking ballad coming out that's just in the works.
I think he told us that, didn't he?
And I went straight home and watched a couple of videos that they got up, and
Great stuff.
Yeah, it's really good.
Really good musician.
Yeah, legend, isn't he? I mean, because we're big kind of Alex Harvey fans as well, and just he's.
Well, it was icing on the cake from my point of view because I'd met Glenn. I'd seen him in afar, but I never actually got the chance to talk to him.
Yeah.
So actually talking to him and sitting down and having a chat in a bar was just amazing, And he was so gracious and he was so open about everything. It was just amazing.
I think the good thing about Winterstorm is that when you go back to the hotel, it's like a who's who of
Absolutely.
and people just mingle, and
it
chat,
was great.
and and get and just want to just be part of.
It was lovely, wasn't it? It was
like
Florence Black guys were there, and they were amazing.
Who was that? Sorry,
Florence Black.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what a band!
Well, the Welsh boys, aren't they?
Well, they are
From Merthyr, man.
They're from Merthyr.
That's another story.
Isn't it?
That's another story. That's another story.
But yeah, and they were hanging around back there, weren't they? The Inglorious guys were there.
Yeah, and I met Danny
you were
as
there?
well. Danny from
Weapon.
I hadn't met. Well, I'd met Danny a while ago because I used to play with one of the guitarists from the band, so it was nice to have a chat with him as well. So that was good as well. It is. It's a social hot pot, isn't it? Of talking to people.
You have like
the whole thing.
you have 800 people Friday and Saturday, and and it's like a little mini family where people and they come back year after year after year.
Yeah.
And I think Ian tries to get like the obviously it's been difficult. We've talked about COVID and stuff like that, where a lot of the European bands, a lot of the American bands just didn't want to travel. So obviously you've got Hardline, and obviously they just killed it. They were out of this world. But I think the bands that he brings in, are the cream of British and European music. Bands who are on the up, bands who are there, bands who are coming. And when you leave, you go, wow, I really enjoyed that festival. And the good thing for me and the job that I do is that I've been fortunate enough to see almost all the bands, or review them at some way, or have a Zoom call with them and stuff, so, and it was just like last week I was doing King and The Damn Truth.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of people had never heard of The Damn Truth, and I'm standing there and I'm singing away, people are going, how do you know this stuff? And I was the guys a year ago, and we talked about this album, and they're going, we're trying to get to Scotland, because every time, and I said that to Rob, everybody that I have on, I go, right, so when are you starting your world tour in Glasgow? Never mind you come from Australia.
We've had this. We had this already before the camera came on.
Fly to Glasgow, have your world tour, and then piss off back to wherever you come from. And everybody's going, we really want to come to Glasgow. So I think for them it was a real bucket list moment, and especially playing with King. King, as I say, and it's come on, I don't. It's all look at me. It's like I am friends with lots of the bands, and just through crossing music, through reviewing, through meeting them at chance gigs and stuff, and I'm saying to the guys, these Damn Truth boys are just incredible, and I think they've gathered a whole new army of fans as well. You guys, your popularity is just soared and soared and soared.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? We're so fortunate, and because we're old guys, we did it the first time. When the scene kind of died off for rock guitar bands, there was the indie stuff and the sort of Manchester stuff, but for the kind of stuff we grew up on, the 70s kind of classic stuff. It just died. So we'd all, we did the 80s thing, bit into the 90s, and it was gone. You couldn't do original music then, and very few, but unless you were already established, it was really hard to get moving. And to have a second chance at it, and with these guys, it's an absolute pleasure, isn't it? Everything.
Well, it is.
We're so grateful, and just it's like we're like kids again.
But I guess that's a good thing, that because you get a lot of people go, Christ, I wish I was on stage doing what they do, and you guys do it, and people come off and they go, wow, you guys are fucking awesome, Some people then go back to their day job after like 4 or 5 or 6 gigs, but you must get a real buzz.
I think it is a challenge because we do have other jobs, and fortunately I think we're establishing our jobs to be able to say they're supportive of what we're trying to do now. Mine in particular, that they know what I'm doing, and that they're quite happy for me to do that. It is hard. There's no money in it. but we put everything back into the band, and everything we make goes back into the band. We don't take anything out of it at all.
Yeah.
And that's important. And we're fortunate, I think, Darren, because these, we've all got our own skill factors, and it all works. I don't do anything like, but these.
Yeah, I can vouch for that.
I taste the whiskey. I taste the whiskey.
He did buy the whiskey. That was
I
quite
did.
good. Yeah,
But we've all, Moose is an incredible organizer from the point of view of merchandise. Fred talks to everybody in the business, and he's good at talking to people and spending time talking to people. Mark and Steve and myself, well, we contribute in our best way we can. But it's just we all get on, and I think that helps.
But I think that's it. There's like 5 brothers.
Well, it is, yeah.
You walk on stage.
I mean, it's great fun, and everything is great fun. You get the odd thing, like family a little bit, but very rarely. And it's like I say, we don't take any money out of the thing because there's not a lot to be made.
There's not a lot to be made.
But we reinvest it to up the standard each time.
Yeah.
So we're already writing for the next album, and we're going to spend more time on that.
Yeah.
Put more into it. And we enjoy, we just have the experiences, and that's what we say to like young bands. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Enjoy what you're doing. If you can do it well,
whilst
then,
you're doing it.
And while it lasts.
Like you said, Winter Storm.
Absolutely.
We enjoyed every second of it, and it's a privilege. And we know that there are a lot of people looking, going, we want to be doing that, and we're really conscious that. I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to
absolutely. Be doing it. When I got to Winter Storm, we're kind of fortunate we get a couple of interviews, people, and then people, know that I'm going, and they walk into the backstage and they go, when he's finished, can we get a hold of him? I interviewed the lovely Caroline Eve Kenyon from Bastet, who I was doing Dax and Roxanne, and we spoke about the radio cassette that had broken in the van, and I'm telling them how to steal it out of the van and share that, and they're like, wow, this is incredible, and we were just laughing about all sorts of stuff, Cowbell and all that, Cowbell on the album and stuff, and and they were saying, well, come to Glasgow in a couple of weeks' time, come and see us, and for me, this part is, for me, the best part of my job, sitting with just normal guys, talking about music, your experiences, what you bring to the audience, what it's like on the road. And when I do the interviews, people email me and text me, wow, that was fucking funny, because I try not to be too, I've got 10 questions and I need to ask one
the same ones,
and people go, fucking hell, I just go in and I just talk a pile of nonsense, and it comes across as like you're just sitting having a chat with your mates. And I think that's important, that when you sit down with you guys, that you feel at ease. I'm not going, I've got 10 questions, I want to ask you this, it's all serious, and you go, fuck hell, you guys are on the road, you're probably in the van, thinking,
and you get like the sort of standard stuff and the hard sell then from the band.
Absolutely.
We know you and
I'm a great advocate of you guys, as you know. I push your music whenever I can, and I get as many opportunities to chat to you guys whenever I can. And if fortunately or unfortunately, when I was at Winter Storm, I was driving, so I was driving back home to the good lady wife. She said, why didn't you stay? And you kind of think,
why didn't you tell me that before I left?
Yeah, I was driving, and then she said, are you staying tonight? I'm fucking halfway there.
What are you going back tonight? I thought you were going back Sunday.
You come back too early.
So what can I do now?
And she just understands that I'm out, and I might be out 2, 3, 4 next week, doing stuff. I've got 3 gigs tomorrow night, I've got a gig on Saturday night. I was supposed to be coming through here last night, but you kind of think it's a lot of travel, it's a lot, but and it's not I'm playing favourites and I want to come through and see the Suns because they're one of my favourite bands and I got all the guys. It's not what it's all about. It's about, I think, choosing the moment, and coming through and showing support and saying, as you were talking to the Trident Boys. I did one of their albums about 3 years ago, but they've never came back and said, do you want to do something else? You know, so you know, you guys, it's just important to get you guys out there. You know, I will probably chat with the Trident guys later. You know, but
They're good guys.
it was about getting you guys in front of the camera, you know, and just giving us your take on what it's like on the road, you know, what it's like going from place to place, you know, and having a tour elongated out over 3, 4, 5 months where you're playing a block and then a couple
Yeah.
of weeks off,
Yeah.
you know, and that must be hard as well, because I think you maybe want to be out all the time, you know. But
Yeah, it's kind of.
It would be hard to do that though if we were constantly out for 3 or 4 weeks anyway.
It would be.
Yeah, it would
you
be
know,
quite-
it would be
it would be a
physically,
challenge, I think.
physically
Yeah.
and mentally quite hard.
Yeah.
I think, you know, it's you put a lot
is that
into.
because you're old, or is it just because
I think
you
it's
just-
the same for all
you can't
bands.
do it 3 or 4 weeks?
I think it's the same for all bands. You know, and you know, I read a lot of biography, you know, autobiographies and stuff of musicians and
Yeah.
bands. I really like that stuff. You know, and the bands, you know, they get flogged by the record labels and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
you can't do it because it's quite emotionally and physically draining, isn't it? It's not
It is.
just the physical
Yeah.
side because we're
Yeah.
old. It can mess with your head a little bit,
Yeah.
because it's not real life.
Yeah,
It's a little bit.
it's a little bit of enjoyment, and then you
Yeah.
put it back in the box, and
Yeah.
then 2 or 3 months later you put
Yeah.
it back out the box.
And you don't really get any time to yourself,
No,
and you know.
because you find guys on the
I
road,
like. I'm
you know.
quite. I'm like my own company as well. But I, you know, I love people. You know, I love talking to people. I'm fascinated. You know, I just like people. But I also, you do need a bit of space
You
sometimes.
need your own time, don't you?
Yeah, and you don't get any. It's
No.
full on. So you know, and it's a funny day as well. You know, it's sort of get up, pack the vans, drive somewhere, straight in for sound check. The places are always freezing cold and damp, and you know they look
And raining.
They don't look very nice in the
Snowing.
daylight.
And snowing.
These places. You know, so you're hanging around then for quite a long time
Yeah.
in these places. You know, sometimes it's hard to find time to eat.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's you know you don't. It's hard to look after yourself.
But
and,
then-
and you don't get to see anything.
But
so
then-
you go to these places.
Yeah, but
Oh.
then we do the gig.
Then you do, yeah, and that's what you do it for.
It,
So that's when you come alive.
yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It's,
You know,
Yeah.
your persona comes out.
Oh, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's you know you can't keep doing that. I don't think.
No, I think
I think
you're
it-
right.
I think
Very
it
right.
do,
I think
yeah.
it'd be hard to keep up the and I use it in the strongest sense, the pretense of it's great being on the road for 6, 7, 8 weeks, because you're right. It must take hold of you some way, shape or form, where you go, I can feel up looking at his face, I feel up looking at his face, and we're driving for 5 hours, and fuck did I talk about?
Well,
and then you get somewhere, you set up, and then you come alive, and then you do your bit, and then you go back to.
I don't think that's the thing. I mean, we're okay. I tell you what I find very hard is to be away from my wife.
Yeah.
I find it quite hard to be away from your wife as well.
Yeah, you have.
And
Yeah, yeah. I want your wife.
And you.
So what?
I know his shift patterns.
Sorry,
No, I
Jay.
think you
And
know,
I'll get to know them. All right.
it's great. I do miss my family, but that minute on the stage, or that hour or 2 hours as it is on that stage with these guys, is just a total. You know, I'll say it quite honestly with Fred sitting here. He plays a solo in Into the Great Unknown, and it's worth standing on stage and listening to that. I love it.
Yeah.
It's emotionally. Thank you. It's emotionally. It drains me, and I
Do you
love
not
it.
feel left out?
No, because I'm at the back. I'm the quiet one.
Would you not feel left out? These two guys are hugging and
On the brain.
sharing a minute.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. Since 2014, I've been used to it.
You've grown to like it.
But everything, it's sharing the stage. It's just a great thing.
Yeah, it is.
We're playing our own music,
Yeah.
and I've been in tribute bands. I've been in cover bands, and you know, the day we decided to go and do original music was the best day of my life, to be honest with you, in music terms.
Putting your own stamp
Yeah,
on what you do,
absolutely. Yeah,
and how you portray it, I think is.
It's so it's just
you know,
such a visceral experience doing your own music, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You know, it's just completely you know, we had to flog through the covers band thing if we wanted to play.
Yeah.
You know, because you want to play your instrument or sing or you know whatever, and that's all that we could do for a long time.
Yeah.
And to be able to write, and these guys can all write stuff. You know, we write. You know, we write together. You know, we bring the ideas together, and then everyone contributes, and the sum of the parts, you know, is much greater than.
Well, you just hit the nail on the head there, Fred. You listen to Aces and Eights. What a stonking album, you know. And I don't think that anyone, and you know, I may be talking a pile of fucking nonsense, but I don't think there's anyone's got a bad word to say about it.
And that's all us. We did that.
Yeah, you brought it together.
And Josiah.
Oh yeah.
You know, you guys brought it together,
Yeah.
and I think from the first to the last, it's just a storming album, you know. And you read all the reviews and the critics, you know, myself included, who just can't get enough of it, you know. And I think you guys should be really proud of that, you know.
Well, we are, aren't we? And I think
we are.
the other thing that is amazing for me personally, and I'm sure it's for the guys as well. You know, we wrote the song Ruby Star. Now Ruby is someone from America, and suddenly there's a great groundswell of people interested in who she was.
Yeah.
And for me personally, I think that is great. You know, I'm talking to Jim Dandy, not directly, I talked through his daughter, unfortunately, but he's heard of us. The people who played with her, the guitarist who played with her in the last band she played in, got in touch and said thank you for writing about her. You know, it's great to hear somebody recognising her talent. And how can you avoid not liking the talent of Ruby Star? But she didn't have the recognition at the time. But she was an incredible artist.
Yeah.
And to see her live was, I caught her, but I didn't realise it was her, believe it or not. But to see her live and be able to put that onto an album and people recognise is just an incredible experience. And I'm humbled by it. I'm totally
Well,
humbled.
you hit the nail on the head there. It's so. I mean, you wanted to do that song.
Absolutely.
But there are people discovering Ruby Star.
Yeah.
Because
Because
we
of
did
that,
something.
yeah, because of that, yeah.
And that's very humbling.
And that's something to be
very-
proud of as well, you know. I
Yeah.
think it's something to be proud of.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
that you guys have all contributed to, you know, unearthing a star,
Yeah.
you know, as well.
Yeah.
And I think in the process, making yourselves out to be stars as well. So it's
Oh.
We're not stars.
you know, I beg to differ. I beg to differ. I think that, you know, you're very humble, which is a really, really nice thing. But I don't really know if you know how many people you touch with the music you put out. So you've got to look at that.
We don't. No, we don't. You don't.
Well,
it's
take it from
close
me.
to it.
Take it from me. You know, I talk to lots of people, and you know, when I say, oh, I'm going down to see this band, that band, oh, yeah, no, I've heard of them, and I think we said right at the start of the conversation. I think going to Winterstorm, you know, and because that's the only place I've seen you. You know, I've listened to the music,
Yeah.
I've talked to you guys, over the conversations, but when you see you guys play and you see the reaction, that surely must tell you guys something. You know, so it certainly tells me something.
It does, but I think it kind of does, but also you don't. Because we're old and stuff didn't happen. We're all a bit. We've been beaten down by the industry. So I think you don't want to drop your guard. You don't want to be complacent or.
I totally get that.
And that's why we work so bloody hard.
Yeah.
You know, there's probably not a band doing as many shows as we are. You know, we talked about how difficult it is to put runs together, but
Absolutely.
we've got a massive, gig schedule.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
We work really hard because we want to deserve it.
Well,
we
you know,
want it to be.
All you got to do is look at last week. You know, Fred talked to the Comancheros. They came over because Fred got them over here. They were coming over anyway, but we managed to put a few dates together.
Yeah.
And it was just an honour to share the stage with three guys who are pure Southern rock, which inspired us. And to be able to stand on that stage and play with those guys who are really humble and nice,
They were lovely,
and to think that they play with Blackberry Smoke, they play with Cadillac 3, you know, it's incredible. It's incredible to think that we're actually rubbing shoulders with these guys and having a bit of fun, you know.
But on the other side of that, though, Rob, is, you know, the guys were happy to come and play with you, but then the other stadium caught your set. And obviously said, these guys are something special. I would imagine.
I mean,
You know?
I think there was a lot of mutual appreciation, and you know, they're trying to give us legs up over there, and we're trying to give them legs up over here, you know. But it's like Rob said, you know, these guys are from the country in Missouri. They're like just above the Ozarks.
Yeah.
You know, they're playing the places we dream of playing. And they were happy to come and tour with us.
And tour and do some stuff.
And you know, we took them in the vans. It wasn't a tour where you go separately, you don't see each other.
Talk to each other.
No, we took them into York, didn't we, to have a look down, because they'd not seen much.
So we had
York,
introduced them to the real ale.
I bet they look happy about that.
But
you know, I mean, York now it's under 5 metres of water, isn't it?
It's but lucky you got out alive.
You're standing there in a pub with a beer in your hand with these guys who come from the Ozarks, and then they know the guys from the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I brought those up, and they know who they are, and I'm thinking, I'm talking to these guys as if they're friends.
Our album was produced by Richard from the Kentucky Headhunters.
That's right.
You know, and we're mates with them.
Yeah.
And that's what you
to me, that's what it's all
mates,
about.
you know.
That's all you can ask for.
And they were incredible. I mean, they're 3-piece, and I mean, that's the lovely thing. We get to play with so many great bands.
Yeah.
You know,
but like I said, though, Fred, you know, you guys are carving out something special yourself.
You
know.
Yeah, very, very nice.
You're
You're
carving something out yourself, because you know you're finding incredibly talented musicians who, like you said, play the original stuff, and it comes across on your album. You know, and I, you know, and like I say, I'm harking back to Winterstorm. Feel the love in the room, feel the love at the hotel.
Unbelievable.
You know.
I think people want to, because we are actually, you know, we don't believe any of it. You know, but we're proud. We take the music really seriously, but we don't take ourselves seriously.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best way to be. I think if you take yourself too seriously in this game, it'll do your head in.
Yeah.
You know, and
reaching for the stars and maybe not getting there, and you think, absolutely.
And it comes back to what I said earlier. Just if you're doing this game, just enjoy the experience where you are now.
Yeah.
It could all stop tomorrow, and I think we're all conscious of that.
Absolutely.
And
don't worry about what other people are doing.
No,
you know, if we don't get asked to a festival, well, so what? It doesn't bother us. You know, at the end of the day, there's another festival down the road, and we'll hang on and wait to be asked to do that.
There is so much pressure on these younger bands at the moment. I mean, we know the band that's been signed, and they have the record company put so much pressure on to sell the albums.
Yeah.
That it's getting to the point where they're not enjoying it,
because there's too much pressure coming from trying to make the reality a money maker, and you know, you just want
that's the shift, and and it's, I mean, that's an advantage that we have, is that, as Rob said, you know, and because we're a bit older, you know, we're not financially dependent on music. We you know, we've got houses, and we've done that thing, and we've got families, and some of us that that have grown up. So, and I really feel for younger bands who are trying to make a career from it. Because there just isn't that kind of. But I think
not enough money anymore.
It's really hard if it gets about making money. You know, you can.
Then the soul goes, doesn't it?
I think you know, it's almost like being in a wedding band or a function band.
It does,
you can make money at that, but it's not the freedom that you get from not relying on it. Is that we can just do what we want to do, and you know, it's the same conversation we have about getting signed to a record label and stuff. We're independent, we're self-managed, we do work with a publicist, O'Neill PR, you know, that's it, because that helps, you know, and Wes is great, you know, he's on it. But everything else we do, we sort of, you know, and we work with some great promoters and venues, you know.
But
there's a freedom in having that control over your music, and
Yeah.
you know, a lot of times we talk to people in the industry, and you know, there's pressure to have. You know, you've got to have 5 singles on the album. No, you haven't.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
We want to sell albums.
If you have
we
one
want to sell
single,
a
doesn't
thing.
matter. Yeah. If you produce
Yeah.
10 tracks, and you know the 10 tracks are bangers, but 5 aren't out as a single, it doesn't matter. You know, I think
The
you're
Spotify
right.
world and the pressure
Yeah,
to
Make the music,
pump stuff
yeah,
out, and
yeah.
it's got a very short shelf life. Then,
Yeah.
you know,
Of course it has.
and we want to kind of try and make music that people want to listen to again,
Yeah.
or in a couple of years' time. Not, you know, bang, it's in
Yeah.
the head once, earworm,
Yeah.
chuck it away, go for something else.
Yeah.
So it's nice having that freedom to do that without those
Absolutely,
pressures from anyone else.
I mean, in other corners that make it harder
Yeah.
to do
And
it.
it's hard to make money out of.
Yeah.
out of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Of course it is.
It's,
Of course
you know,
it is.
it's just not there. Music's giveaway now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's,
I think it is.
But anybody listening, if anybody wants to what would you say, support us with whiskey, we're more than happy to put your name
Yeah,
on to
we haven't got
anything
any
we do.
whiskey.
Yeah, any
Yeah.
whiskey company out there, we're happy to
Or
support.
water company for the Toros.
Yeah, man. You keep it real, mate.
Yeah,
I like that. You keep it real. Look, listen. You have a minute to sell your wares, get your wares out there. I'll take you guys have the floor. Tell the guys where they can buy the records, buy the t-shirts, buy anything.
Yeah, we have the say, as you said, Moose runs a very good merch shop.
He does, yeah,
Yeah, and
and you get it very quickly.
you get it
I
very
can
quickly.
vouch for that.
Yeah,
I got mine too.
he's on it. You know, you're not waiting. We're not. You don't go somewhere else. It comes from us. So if you want any t-shirts, CDs, albums, vinyls, we've got a wide selection. Or if you want to listen to our music, the best place to go is the website, because it links to the shop. It links to Spotify, YouTube, Apple, iTunes. There's example music, there's videos on there, it links to our YouTube channel. So yeah, it's www.sonsoflibertyband.com. It's all on there, and yeah, all our shows are on there as well. So if you want to come and see us somewhere, you can see all the shows. You can book tickets for those that are that are on there, and you can see where we're going to be playing.
Come and hang out with you as well.
And click like, subscribe. It all helps.
Yeah, give us a
if you
shout
like- if you
when
like
you come
what you
in.
hear.
Talk to us, we'd love to talk to people.
Yeah.
And I'd like to just point out at this moment in time that I will be promising to send a poster to my good man friend here. I've forgotten on 2 occasions now, but I'm on screen. I will get it to you. I will get it to you.
You know,
You have to do it
listen,
now.
and listen,
It's on this
listen.
capture.
Well, 202,000 people who listen to me, fortunately or unfortunately, have now heard this. So you have to make
That's
it
why
happen.
I've done it.
You have
That's
to
why
make
I've
that
done it.
happen.
I feel really bad about it, I'll be honest with you. We got 10 miles out of town, of my hometown, and I thought, oh no, I've forgotten it again. So I promise
You
on
said
screen that I will be
as
getting
soon
it.
as you got out of
Listen,
the
I
van,
appreciate that. Listen, guys, this is Darren from Jace Media. We've had a lengthy conversation with Mark, Fred, and Rob from Sons of Liberty, chatting all things music, the highs and lows, the good points, bad points. I'm looking forward to the absolute killer show tonight in Bannerman's.
Are we playing tonight?
Are we? I thought we were night off.
I don't know.
Night off me. Night off me talking about movie star posters and pizza and stuff like that. Yeah, and whiskey and stuff like that. But thank you so much for your time, guys. Have a fantastic show tonight. I know you've got some more shows lined up over the next couple of weeks. And then you're obviously doing Wildfire as well. I'll hopefully try and get along to that to see you guys and lend my support.
Thank you.
But this video goes to Australia, goes to America, goes to Europe.
Hey.
So, everybody will get to know and love Sons of Liberty.
I hope so.
This is my absolute pleasure to chat to you guys tonight.
And you, Darren,
And
thanks
I
for all your
appreciate
support,
your time.
mate.
Listen,
Thank
my
you for all
support
your
is
support. All the way through.
It comes back because
All the way through.
you guys have because some bands go there's a song, but you guys have taken me to your hearts. I regard you guys as friends, and I will only do whatever I can to
Thank you.
push.
We are
Sons of
very
Liberty.
much grateful for that. Thank you very much.
Guys, you're absolutely welcome. Matt, it's an absolute pleasure.
Thank
Rob,
you very much.
thank you so much, guys.
Keep rocking!
Keep rocking!
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Can we have our money now?